Isabella, you're gonna turn black.
I don't like to be black.
No.
What's the matter?
I don't like to be black.
But what's the problem if you're black?
I don't like when I be black.
But you're gonna be so
I
pretty.
don't like to be black.
She's not gonna be black.
But mommy's black.
I don't like to be black.
I know, we know.
Okay.
We know that you're not gonna be black.
It's okay.
You're gonna be white.
You'll stay white.
Wendy Williams, what is her picture doing here? Why is her photo there? That has nothing to do with anything. Why is her photo there? Somebody tell me why. What relationship? What does Wendy Williams have in common with this little girl? Nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing. Well, at least the little girl's biracial. Wendy Williams isn't, but the little girl is. Maybe Wendy Williams would have liked him in that way. Who knows? Yow, what up, Nicholas? It's your buddy Philko here reporting live from your mama's house. Doing my thing as I usually do. And today I'm going to get into this real quick little clip of a little girl. She's adorable. You know, she's crying. She's sad because she doesn't want to be black. She just doesn't want to be black. And, aw, poor little baby. You know, she doesn't want to be black. And, you know, I feel for her. You know, I don't know. I have a soft spot for children. Not really for little boys, but for little girls, you know. If I had like a little boy, I'd be very strict with him. If I had a little girl, she'd be like, you know, she'd get everything she wants. She'd probably be spoiled. I guess it's a good thing I don't have children, because a little girl will have everything. My fucking son will be in the army at 16 kind of shit, you know what I mean? But yeah, you feel me? So little girl, she just doesn't really want to be black. You know, she's very sad. And, you know, but what's interesting is even though she doesn't want to be black, when she felt really bad, the first person she went to hug was her black mother. First thing she went to do was hug her black mother. And just in case you guys don't know, there's actually a documentary I have on this channel. I will leave the documentary link in the description. It's basically a whole movie about how a lot of biracial children don't like being seen as black. They don't like it. You know, you see them like, I'm not black, you know, I'm like in the middle or something. You know, a lot of them don't like being seen as black. Now, as of me personally, I don't see biracial people as black. That's just how I like science. You know what I mean? I like science. You know, I feel if you're going to be called black, you got to have at least, in America, if you're going to be black, you have to be like at least 80% West African DNA. You know, mostly a slave descendant. You know what I mean? DNA, at least 80%. You know, you can't really just look at someone and say, oh, he's about 80%. But you just tell who's black and who's not the vast majority of the time. Sure, not always, but the vast majority of the time you can tell. So, you know, at least 80% West African DNA and shit like that. And biracials aren't. They're not at all. You know, I don't consider Obama black to myself, but if people refer to him as black, I understand it, and I don't try to say they're wrong, but he is biracial. He has a white mother and a black father. He's right in the middle. Why ignore one for the other? You understand? So if he decides, or any biracial, in my opinion, decides to identify themselves as biracial, I don't have a problem with that. Sure, we all have some mixed blood in us, but that doesn't mean we're 50-50 like biracials. They're 50-50. You know what I mean? So I feel that when they want to be known as biracial and don't want to be known as black, okay. But the thing is, I gotta admit, when you are biracial, your white card's gone, but you could still possibly hold a black card. I will admit that. But anyway, yeah, that's really all I have to say. You know, it's kind of crazy. It's interesting. I know what a lot of people think. I've read a lot of funny comments about these kind of things. Like people say, you know, it's the media, it's the culture affecting her and all that stuff. Maybe she's just a little girl. Maybe it's true though. Maybe she sees all the white Barbie dolls. Maybe it's the toys they buy. Who knows? There's a lot of possibilities. Maybe, you know, she sees the blonde hair, blue-eyed Barbie doll. She thinks that's beautiful. She watches TV shows with you know, the long dark hair characters, Sailor Moon or whatever the fuck. She doesn't have that stuff, and you know, she sees the darker you are is not pretty. I really don't know. And to me, it's not important. But what is important is that the parents, if you care about the self-esteem of your child, you will do certain things for your children as they grow up. Like you will buy them black dolls. I always thought it was kind of, as a kid, I was an idiot. I thought it was kind of racist when I saw my sister, she did it once in a while, just once in a while, where she bought them black dolls. And I'm like, why do you try to pick the black dolls when there's all types of dolls to pick from? But you know, I was an idiot, I was a kid. But that makes a lot of sense. You know, it helps to increase the self-esteem of your children when you're buying them dolls that look like them. You know, if you got a little chubby little girl and you want her to stay chubby, you don't mind if she's chubby, you can get her some chubby ass dolls, you know, give her some self-esteem, you know what I mean? It might help, you know. keeping her Afrocentric hair, maybe giving her some braids or dreads so she doesn't feel the need to perm, because her hair will automatically go down to the floor when she has braids or dreads. She doesn't need to get a perm to make her hair flow down naturally, or get a wig to make her hair flow down naturally. No, she can just get some braids or some dreads and her hair will do that automatically. She could shake it and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So these are just some ideas I have about trying to keep up the self-esteem of your child. Now, when it comes to biracials, that's a whole different story. I don't know much about it. I don't know what to really say to biracials, but hey, you should go check out the documentary. The link is in the description, and there's also a link on the screen. You can go check it out and let me know what you think. It's a whole documentary about biracial kids who don't want to be known as black or seen as black. And that's basically it, people. I am out. Later.